Hi everybody, this is Ina here with another spy report. What is a spy report? As some of you know, I quit my job last January to pursue doing my own thing in my own terms, and all this year, that's all I have been doing. You haven't heard much from me because only recently I started posting things on LinkedIn, but I mostly live in my Facebook group. That's where I post all of my good stuff. If you're interested, it's at inacoveney.com/Facebook. If you're not on Facebook, that's okay. I have a blog as well. I put all of my stuff in there too, and also on my podcast, The Corporate Trailblazers with Ina Coveney, without the duh. Corporate Trailblazers with Ina Coveney. Find it, subscribe to it, do it. So anyway, the spy report is what I do to basically educate people who are still working full-time, who are still working corporate, who know that they have this nagging feeling in their brain that they want their lives to look differently and that they have to start taking action now, because if not now, when? I'm talking to those people and I'm telling them what's going on the entrepreneurial side, because guess what? Ever since I made the switch, I have discovered this entire new world of people who this is what they do, and they're going after the 6 figures, the 7 figures, and they're doing it all in their business. And they're like, I've come to realize that all of these things are possible, that they're not just like, oh, pyramid schemes and scams and things like that. Like, no, there's actually like legitimate businesses that with the sweat in your brow, that with your late nights working, or like none of this is easy. It's just basically based on your own skills and your own ability to actually create a business that you like and work with people you like. Those businesses exist and they're out there, and I'm creating one for myself, and I help other people do it too. So what the spy report is all about is telling you what is going on this side that you may not hear about, because I never heard about any of this until it was just a few years back, I have to say. But it wasn't until, I'm going to say, since I got my first coach in February, that my world has just opened up. So today's spy report, as I promised in my last spy report, and by the way, if you haven't checked out all the other ones, just go to inacoveney.com/L1, Li1, Li stands for LinkedIn, so inacoveney.com/Li1, Li2, those are the past 2 spy reports. This is Li3. All right, so you can go and catch up over there. So I told you in the second spy report that today I will be talking about business models. So all I wanted to tell you today is, how are people making money, right? So you're thinking here, okay, Ina, it's not a scam, it's not a pyramid scheme, then what is it? It's very simple. People helping people. People giving value to people who are willing to pay for it. That's basically the bare bones of what the business is. So what I'm here to tell you today is, okay, how does that business happen? How is that money made? So I'm going to start by telling you the 6 business models with a caveat. There are 6 business models, and in fact, that's actually the first PDF document that I created in my business, is to explain to people how they make money online. If you want it, you have to go to inacoveney.com/join. That's going to take you to sign up for my mailing list. And if you sign up for the mailing list, the first email you get is that one, is the PDF with the 6 business models. Go sign up. My emails are fun anyway. You're going to love them. All right. So these are the 6 business models. Here's a caveat though. People who use these business models, they don't always just stick to these business models. And that's very important for you to know, because I want you to understand that it's not like I'm going to tell you become a podcaster and you're going to start making $1 million a year. That's not how it goes. I've been studying these people. And that's what all the spy report is all about. I've been studying these people. This is not what they do. It's not like they stick to one business model and then they make it work. No. They stick to one business model, they perfect it, they get really good at it, they get well known for it, but that's not how they make their money. They make their money through the things that they sell after people get to know them through this one thing, right? So this one thing, like the gateway to them making more money, are the following. There's 6 of them. Podcasting, having a video series, making something and selling it online, coaching or consulting, blogging, and I always forget the last one, creating online courses. So these 6 ways are what people do to make money. How they use them is completely different for everyone. It's completely up to them. A lot of people become really famous on YouTube, but even they will tell you that's not how they made their first million. They became really famous, and that's how they got to sell their online course on how to be famous on YouTube. that kind of thing. So like behind every single thing that you see out there, every marketing model that you may see, there's always a product, and that product is usually turning around and teaching you how to do something, or doing it for you, or working with you so you can do it more efficiently. So behind every single one of these you're going to find somebody who is coaching someone or who is teaching someone something, and that is where the money gets made. Everything else, the blogging, the podcasting, the video series, are all good ways for you to get credibility, for you to become an authority in your field, so you can start selling the things that are premium price, like the coaching, the consulting, the online course. So I'm going to use myself as an example. I'm going to tell you exactly what I do. I'm a business coach. So what I do is I have a 6-month program, right? So I work with people one-on-one, and I tell them, okay, every month, these are our goals for the month. So you guys know me as a project manager. So it's almost like I'm project managing your life, right? I'm project managing your goals. And if you've seen me work as a project manager for software and you think I was half good at my job, that's how good I am at this. So it's basically taking your life and your life goals and turning them into reality, which is what I was really good at corporate. So this is how people make the money. They think about ways that they can help other people with skills they already have. I already have the organization skills and the documentation skills to create an online course. I already have all that it takes to keep people on task, to keep people actually getting results, right? That's something that I have proven in corporate for years and years. So now I'm using it to actually improve people's lives. Isn't that cool? I think it's cool, right? Like I remember thinking at some point, don't they sell like project management services for your life so I can actually get things done for me, right? It's a lot harder to do things for me than it is to do it for other people. So like I was saying, so I have a coaching practice. I have a 6-month program. I call it the salary replacement system. Very sexy title. And I basically guide people through monthly goals so that by the end they have a business that makes money. All right. And then from then they can take off and go after the 6 figures and the 7 figures and go, all on their own. So what that program does is basically like giving you the guidance. And because I make websites, because every time that I came up with a good idea for a business, I would just create a website, because creating a website is just it comes so easy to me that I added that to my offering. That I said, okay, I'll make your website, right? All you have to do is populate the content. I won't do that piece for you. You own your content, you own your photos, but I'll give you the shell. Go ahead and make it happen. So I do that, and in 6 months, I get people the results they need. So that is my business coaching practice. Now, behind that, there's also an online course. So for people who they want to do the website themselves, they don't want to pay me to do it. They don't want to pay me for the project management, the life project management skills. All they want is just, okay, I just need to learn how to make a website. I have a course for that. I have the WordPress for Complete Beginners course. And that's, people go at their own pace, and it's super beefy because if you've ever seen me document stuff, you know that I document stuff really well. So I documented an entire video walkthrough of everything you need to know about WordPress, and using examples from the big shots, how they managed to retain all of that traffic. I poured all of that into my course so people actually make good websites out of it. Very cool. So I have the coaching going. I have the online course going. I also have the consulting going, because guess what? Because I make websites, there's companies out there who need websites. So I have my corporate clients, right? So when you create your business, it's all based on skills that you have and on the pricing that you put on things. The more access people have to you, the higher the price will be, because that's really what they're paying for. They're paying for proximity to you so that you can give them what they need. So I think that is basically what I wanted to cover with you guys. We talked about the business models, and I wanted to tell you about something that is coming up next week. So if you guys enjoyed my little story blitz about networking last week, I did that because I was going to a conference, so I thought it was very apropos, right? I thought it was very relevant, and I love telling my stories. So I'm preparing for another little story blitz next week, and it's going to be all about toxic work environments. Why am I talking to you about toxic work environments? It's not just because I'm trying to hammer the point home that you need to quit your job. I don't want you to quit your job. I want you to realize that you can start fulfilling your dreams now, and that I don't want you to get to retirement and turn around in hindsight and be like, Why didn't I start my business when I was young and carefree? Now, I'm going to tell you one thing. I am young right now and I do not feel carefree. And I have been younger and I have never felt carefree. I've never felt like there's been a good time for me to start a business or for me to like throw caution to the wind and just like start something. There's never a good time for these things. So that's what I want to impart on people, is that you don't have to wait. You can actually do this now. Just start with small steps. You're not going to start with having like a full-blown business tomorrow. You start by learning. You start by adjusting your mindset. You start by understanding that it is possible for you to get out of the rat race, for you to start visualizing what that would look like so that you can start making your dreams come true, right? So that's why I'm here. That's why, all this stuff you're not paying for. All of these like videos that I'm putting out, all these stories I'm putting out, all these lessons I'm putting out, they're completely free, because guess what? All of this is part of my funnel, because I need to know that people who sign up to work with me are actually ready to make the hard decisions, to take the steps, and to do the work. So if I were just to come here and say like, okay, everyone can sign up with me and the price is super low, come and do it, I may get a lot of people to sign up, but I'm not gonna get a lot of people who are actually determined to making it happen. It's very important to me that whoever signs with me is ready. So that's why I tell you all these stories, and that's why I come and give you the spy report, because I want you to start believing that these things are possible, that you can actually start now, small steps, and figure it out. All right. So next week is about toxic work environments. Why? Not because I want you to quit your job at all, but because I'm going to tell you stories where you're going to realize that you actually have more control than you think you do, because we're all in there, right? We all have a job and we all feel like we are stuck in there, that we have zero control over what happens to us. We can't start a business right now because we're so busy, because there's so many things to do at work. So I want you to understand that you have more control than you're giving yourself credit for. All right. So that's what my little stories like are going to hammer that point home. I'm telling you, like my mother used to say, show me the last slide. Right? Actually, I think it was my father who said that. Show me the last slide, right? The last slide is you have more control than you think. And I'm going to convey that through really entertaining and somewhat dramatic and sad stories about work environments. So watch out for those. Those are coming next week. All right. I guess I will see you guys in the next spy report. By the way, if you like the spy reports, leave me a comment. Tell me that you actually like it. And if you come up with a topic for me to do a story blitz or for me to come by and give you a spy report, leave me a comment. Tell me what you want to hear about. What are you curious about? What are your questions? Talk to me. And if you don't want to talk here because your boss may see the comment and stuff, go to the Facebook group. It's completely closed and confidential. Just come and let's talk. There's a whole bunch of other people there in exactly the same situation. So just come and talk to me. inacoveney.com/Facebook. All right, I'll see you in the next spy report, or I'll see you in the Facebook group. I won't tell